Long-distance backpacking has always intrigued me, traveling from town to town, meeting people and experiencing life in the most simplest of ways. This next series follows me as I dive into that world, and although my journey is stopped short due to some gear failures, I feel like my experiences along the way are worth sharing. Join me as I conquer more of my milestones with miles hiked, my first town layover, my first post office drop box, and experiencing real-life trail angels for the first time. This is my story of 10 days in the Pennsylvania wilds.
We're starting on the Quehanna Trail. We're taking that the Donut Hole Trail. We're taking that the Susquehanna Trail. We're taking that the Black Forest Trail. Then we're taking that to the West Rim Trail. And there'll be some little trails in between. Roughly, give or take 200 miles we're going for. First off, I'd like to give a special thanks to author Jeff Mitchell, Pennsylvania hiker, that has proposed this trail in 2018. I'll put a link to the website where you can find the information on this proposal. Very well put together. So thank you very much for this. Another special thanks to John from Old Dude on the Trail. Make sure you check out his videos. Make sure you check out his channel. But thanks again, John. All right, see ya. First part of this trip is going to be on Quehanna Trail. I'm planning on about 13 miles today. And I got about 31 pounds of weight on my back. 6.5 days worth of food. We're aiming for Cross Fork, PA, where I'll find a post office. And hopefully the box of food is going to be there waiting for me that I mailed there. And an overnight stay and possibly a zero the next day. So this trip is going to be a lot of milestones for me. And that's what this adventure is all about for me. Pushing yourself a little further, chasing those milestones. And I couldn't have picked a better time for this. It's May 1st. Beautiful blue sky the next few days. A little bit of rain in the forecast, but we'll watch that as it goes. Temperature is going to be around mid 70s, sometimes pushing 80. It's going to be fun. This trail here is an Orange Blaze trail. It was established 1976, and it's around 74, 75 miles all the way around, but there's tons of different connector trails, tons of little trails going in between it that you could shorten the trip. There's southern loops, northern loops. I just crossed paths with the West Connector Trail right before I took this break here at the stream, but it's a lovely trail. Very easy right out of the car. It's been just virtually flat for the last 4.5 miles. It's a nice easy trail. It's a nice trail to start on if you want to do a long trail and don't want to do all those climbs that some of the other trails have. I remember doing this trail years ago, and I feel like this trail, it goes out of its way to take you by all the streams, all the little waterfalls, all the little streams. It's a treat. We're just going to do a section of it, the southern part of the Quehanna Trail, and we're going to come up to another connector trail, and we're going to take that north. That'll be tomorrow. We're camping before we get there, but after that we'll do the northern part of the Quehanna Trail before we find the link trail to head over to the DHT, but that's a couple days away. So since my last break there, I checked the temperature and it's 79 degrees with the sun. Man, it's pretty hot. So I got the hat on, put a little sunscreen on the back of my neck just because I didn't want to start out making a mistake. But there's something new I got to try out, and this beautiful stream here is gonna let me try it out. So let's give this new water bottle will go. This here is the Vecto 2-liter reservoir from Knock Outdoors. This is going to be my new dirty water. And it's good to squeeze. And on top, you can open it up and have a big opening to dip in water. So I'm gonna go give this a try because the water I brought in is pretty hot right now. So I'm gonna get some nice cool stream water. I'm happy with that so far. So I got my full of cool water, mixed an electrolyte drink, and we're back off here. I don't know, 5 or 6 miles to my proposed campsite. So my shoes of choice this year are the Lone Peak 8s. I went from Superior to the 8s after watching review by Thru-Hike Outdoors of the new Lone Peaks. I'm like, man, look at that traction. And I know it's a little more cushion, and I wanted to give them a try. So that's what I'm wearing for this trip. So far, they feel good. Give me about a week, I'll give you a real review of what I think of them, but pretty happy with them so far. It's big change from the Superiors, which I like, which I was on the fence. I was like, do I want to do it again? I kind of did, but sometimes it's fun to try something new. When I switched to trail runners, Lone Peaks are what I went with for quite a few pair, until I was like, I want to be a little more minimalist. Went down to Superiors, and they're nice, they dry fast, and I like the way you can take them off and on really easily. But I'm back to a little more cushion now, and we're going to see how this goes. I want to do my best to keep them as dry as I can. So far in the forecast, it looks like I'm going to be able to do it that way. I love it, because nothing gets these wet more. Because nothing gets these wet more than the rain. It just goes right through them. You can avoid streams and stuff, but when it's raining, trail runners, you're wet. Well, the sun's behind me now. We're heading east, and we're about a mile away from my proposed camp spots. It'd be nice if the first campsite I come across is as nice as this whole day was for me. Awesome day of hiking. Wow, what a great way to start this. That heat hit me hard. It's been getting hot out, and this is probably the hottest day of the year so far. I think I looked at my thermometer once. I keep it in my pouch of my bag here, and it said 83 degrees at one point. Whew. So I'm glad I had this hat with this flap on the back, and yeah, I put suntan lotion on first. I'm like, well, I'll put that down too, man. Didn't want to, like I said, I didn't want to start this trip out with, well, no, I got sunburned. So the few uphills I did have instantly just felt the weight of the pack. I mean, it weren't even big uphills, but it was like, okay, it's heavy. Hoping to kill a couple pounds off that tonight. So probably not a couple. Maybe by tomorrow morning when I leave, I don't know, because I'm gonna be using fuel. We'll see. I gotta watch the fuel too. I got one big bottle of fuel for this whole trip, and I calculated it should be enough. So I got a lot of cold soak meals and some backup caffeinated drinks if I want to like save on the hot coffee in the morning. Well, the first camp I came across wasn't the best. It wasn't the perfect camp, but I made it work. I got a flat spot right over here. The tent looks lopsided, but where I'm laying is nice and flat. At least last time I checked it is. Got everything in there ready to go for the night. So I'm just pretty much going to go ahead and make dinner, which tonight is a cheddar broccoli north side with spiral pasta. I thought I bought rice because it cooks a little faster when you're just doing it camping style. I didn't realize it was spiral pasta, so I gotta get that on soon, so I'm gonna soak it a little longer. I wanna add some pulled pork to that from the ready-to-go packets from Walmart and scarf that down and call it a night. Got a nice little stream down here. Looks like a pretty good night for the first night. Just check the weather. Gonna be clear for the next couple days actually, so it's a nice temperature right now. Probably gonna get a little colder, but probably not too much. See you tomorrow. Good morning. That was a really good night's sleep. Having some oatmeal and coffee here. Low went down to 55 last night. Great sleeping weather. High yesterday was 79. Let me check that again. It says 89. At one time I looked, it was 83. I kept it in my backpack all day. It wasn't out in the sun, so it got pretty hot. It's supposed to be just as hot today. Yeah, had a good night's sleep, nice and quiet here. Got camp pretty much packed up, and so my lay last night was pretty good. Weird place, the trail goes right here, but it was the flattest spot in this whole area here. Up there I was looking, but it's not as flat as it looks. Got to watch the sunrise over here, kind of. So I did plan out most of the days on this trip, mileage and camps. I'm going with the saying, planning is everything and planning is nothing. That's what I keep telling myself. It's good to make a plan. Don't expect the plan to go as planned. So day one, when it's planned, let's see how day two goes. Today, I have 11 miles planned. We're gonna hit the Cross Connector Trail up here on Quehanna and start heading north today. And about halfway up through, we're gonna find a camp. I think it's along Mosquito Creek. So, nice easy day for me to start my first big day tomorrow. I think we'll be pushing for 16 tomorrow, but let's get through today first. I'm a couple miles away from my camp last night, and we're crossing over Gifford Run here. This would have been a really nice campsite right here. Nice open area, nice view. Probably would have been the same problem as last night. I'd be, well, right back there looks nice and flat for my tent. That would have been killer, actually. But nice site here. I mean, I don't think I would have pushed the extra miles. I didn't want to start this trail with doing a lot of miles on the first couple of days. I want to break my legs into it and, you know, knock some weight off my pack, because I'm saving my energy for the donut hole trail. That section. But this would have been really nice. There is a house up there from this campsite. Over on the other side of this bridge, there's a little unmarked trail, and I thought it might have been abandoned or something, or just a cabin that people rent. And I was gonna go check it out, and I walked the trail up there, and there's a truck sitting there, so it is occupied. I guess there's a road up there. As soon as I saw it was occupied, I turned around, right? But you do have that there at this campsite. Just wanted to mention. Beautiful little campsite though. This is on the Quehanna Trail. Oh, I bet I'm probably about a mile from that last campsite there, and this campsite's way more secluded with a nice chair to sit in. Decent distance away from the stream, but close enough. A lot of areas for tents, hammocks. Still a long Gifford run there. It's been a lovely hike along that. Like I said in the beginning of this whole Quehanna Trail is a treat. It really is. The southern section is more scenic than the northern section, at least on this side here. I mean, this is like a choose your own adventure type trail. You definitely could have started and went north. You could do the whole Quehanna all around the other side of it, not do this connector trail I'm about to do. But I'm checking out all the features of this laid out path. Oh, just check the temperature, 83 right now. I got some sunscreen on the back of my hands here. Anything that's exposed, I got a little sunscreen on. But this hat's really helping out. Back to my plan. Planning is nothing apparently, because the miles I thought I was going to do today I was about 4 miles off. So it's not going to be, I mean, it's only 4 miles, but it was still like, oh, whoops. It should be fine. It should be fine. I'll still get there before dark, so. Well, I'm coming up to the spot now where we're going to jump on the connector trail and head north. Looks like there's some work going on up here. At first I was like, well, there's a vehicle going up the road because I know I'm coming to a road crossing, but the sound never went away. And I can see a tractor up there moving around. Curious to see what this is going to be about. Looks like just some basic cleanup. They're blowing the leaves off the road or on the side here. I don't know. But get the Lost Run Road here. Quehanna Trail keeps going right across it. The cross connector trail, marked in yellow, goes up this road. To the north we go. Well, found a little bit of shade under this little tree here. Cooled my feet off in Mosquito Creek down there, and I'm drying off my socks and shoes down there in the hot sun while I'm drinking some of that cold water, because the water I have on me is just hot. And I needed water anyway. The connector trail went into the woods a little bit and had some pretty intensive up and downs. They were short, but the most intense of this trip so far. And it got me nearby Mosquito Creek, but nowhere near it like to get water or anything. So it comes back out to Lost Run Road here, and I figured that's a good place for me to get some cold water, because it's time for lunch. I mixed up some couscous a while back, and I just got to add the rest of the ingredients, and I'm gonna take a long rest here. Yeah, my feet got a little wet in some sections there, so I don't think it'll hurt to get everything nice and dry on that hot rock down there while I take a break. Whoa, it's hot. That was nice cooling off in that water though. I'm supposed to be camping next to Mosquito Creek, and that'd be really nice if there's some nice deeper water maybe to dip into. Ooh. Like straight into it, throw the pack off. Anyway, some nice climbs on this connector trail. Now we're headed up the Crawford Vista trail. There's supposed to be a nice vista up here, especially nice for sunsets. we are to the Vista. Beautiful open spot. That's nice. First vista of the trail. So this vista is looking down into Mosquito Creek Gorge, and that's Mosquito Creek down there below us. And we are going to be heading down to there and finding a camp. So we're staying on Crawford Vista Trail, and that sideway sign there that they have on that tree says Mosquito Creek is 1.1 miles this way, and that's where I believe my campsite's going to be, right at the bridge. I hope. So yeah, it's going to be a nice early day for me. I'm still looking forward to sitting down. I'm going to have some sun, dry some things out, but maybe dry my socks out again. So I just came across a hiker coming this other way, and he told me this campsite I'm about to get to in about a mile is like one of the best campsites around here. He stayed there before. I'm so excited now. He doesn't know how happy that made me. I'm like, yes, dude. So 1 mile I'll be there, and it'll be a nice early day for me. That's a nice uplifting feeling, man. Not that I was down, but you know. Oh man. Oh, look at that shade. Did I just find heaven? Wow. This is going to be insane. Look at that rock. Look at that stream. Look at that nice flat spot for a tent. Look at all these sitting rocks. Oh. I got a nice rock to lean on here. Having some dried mangoes. Just had an electrolyte drink. Stretched out like crazy as soon as I got here. And just want to have a nice relaxing night. I have the Works burger from Packet Gourmet tonight for dinner, and I haven't tried it yet, and I've heard so many good things about it. I can't wait to try it. So that's for dinner. And an early bedtime. Beautiful day out here. It was a beautiful day out here in the Quehanna Wilds. So another new thing I got for this trip, for this year, is a cork massage ball. It really helps to have some kind of massage ball, I think. This here's the Works packet. Cheddar cheese, tomatoes, and onions. Boy, the bugs decided to come out for dinner too, it seems. Get out of there, bug. I don't want to wrap you up with it. Oh, not my best wrap. Not my best wrap, but who cares? Burger on the trail, man. Well, I'm just having my dessert now, my Snickers bar. What a fun day. It's starting to get nice and chilly now. Cool down tonight. What a hot day, wow. It's just past 8 o'clock now, and I think I'm just gonna hang the food bag where I got my line down the trail there. Call it a night.